Hey, third grade, welcome back. I hope you had an awesome break. We are going to continue on with the red belt. So we're going to keep playing recorder here for a little bit more. And I want to finish up going through our recorder karate book. So that way we can talk about our red belt, our brown belt. We can even talk about the black belt. If you feel that you are ready and you want to test for a belt, you can send me a recording. You can get your recorder, have somebody record you playing, and I would love to hear what you are practicing at home. And same thing, if you want some harder music, I've got harder music for you if you want to go beyond. So, last week or 2 weeks ago, we talked about our blue belt, so let's go on with our red belt. I think red belt's a little bit easier because this is a song that we know really, really well. Okay? So, it's a song we know. The rhythm is very simple. It's almost all quarter notes. We just have a couple half notes in there. And there's a lot of repeating patterns. So we always want to look at the song before we start to dive in and figure it out. All right, I want you to follow along with your eyes. You can sing along at home. Wait on the recorder, though. I want you to hear it first. Ready? So like I said, this song there's a lot of repeating. Sorry, I keep moving my camera. It's really sunny out now. It wasn't earlier today, so I'm trying not to get too much glare going on. So, we got a lot of stuff that repeats. Almost every note, we play them twice. D, D, A, B, B, A. And the ones that we don't play twice, we hold twice as long because it's a half note. All right, so we're seeing the pattern. Let's talk about the new stuff in the song. So we've played this note. We have worked on this note before, but now we're reading it on the page for the first time. F sharp. Remember, we make that quiet coyote because we're not going to use our first finger or our pinky, and the thumb hangs out in the back. So we have 4 holes down here. We cover those middle two. And that gets us F sharp. Really good way to practice that. Go between G and F sharp. We're going to do that one in our song. Another one to practice is go between F sharp and E. So if you look, that middle finger stays down there. It stays glued to that recorder, and same thing with our left hand. That's going to stay on the recorder. So we can do the same thing. We can go between F sharp and E. You can be silly with the rhythms. You can go back and forth and make it as crazy as you want, as long as we're getting good sounding notes. Lastly, we have that pesky low D. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Very fog up the glass, gentle air. Very, very, very soft air to play that note. Now, there's one more new thing. So if you've been reading at the bottom and you said, well, there's something new, it's because there is. We have these hashtags. We call them sharp signs, though, in music, because it tells us that the notes are sharped. So maybe you've seen this if you've played other instruments, or you've seen it throughout the book, because it's been in our book and our other music. This is what we call a key signature. So right away at the beginning, next to our squiggly thing, our clef, would you look at that? I have one right there. If you look next to that, we see 2 of these sharp signs. Those sharp signs tell us the note's sharp. That's why we call it F sharp. Okay? Now, I'm going to sing and sing this song so you can watch my fingers, and I'm going to tell you the note names. All right? I'm going to help you out here. Ready? The way we're singing the right note. D, D, A, B, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D, G, F sharp, E, G, F sharp, E, D, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D. So although I'm singing F sharp, we just play it once. If you need more help writing in those note names, well, that's when you hit pause in the video and you back up about 30 seconds and you can write them in again. But we also have all the tools that we need in our book. We can start to figure out what line or space it's on to tell us what the name of that note is. And if we know the name of the note, we can look up our fingering. So there's one last hard thing in this song. We have these big jumps. So the first thing, we go all the way from D up to A. Woo, that's tricky. But then we go down a nice, slow incline. So then we just go down those notes. We walk our way down because we're just adding fingers at a time. That's when notes get really easy. Now, this is a long song. It might look a little, daunting. It might look a little scary because there's a lot going on. There's not. The first line is the exact same as the third line. And we have a lot of repetition in this one. So don't be intimidated. Don't be overwhelmed by Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. I think the red belt's pretty easy. The trick is to go very slow. Make sure we have the right fingers. I don't know where my metronome is, or else I would hold up my metronome and say, use a metronome to keep the beat for you. So let's play it one more time all together. Ready? I'm going to play it. You can play it along with me. 1, 2, ready. I hope you enjoyed your red belt introduction. If you want to send me any videos of you playing, that would be awesome. I would love to hear them. And if you're like, Mr. O'Brien, I'm ready to go on. If you are looking for your 10th degree black belt, let me know. Send me an email and I will find some music for you. I will have extra special music at home for you. All right, goodbye. Good luck with the red belt, and I will see you next week.